Hello and welcome to Scholar Coaching. If you'd also like to participate, follow the link below and access the replay inbox. In there, go ahead and drop your replay file, ball chasing link, or YouTube video of you playing your preferred game mode, and mention your competitive rank or 6-man's rank if possible. If any of this doesn't make any sense to you while watching the video, feel free to follow up on my Scholar School of Learning series in my video playlist. We go over all the basic ideas and general rotations that are talked about in these replay analysis. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy. Kickoff. Demoed. Unfortunately, you got demoed there. I assume you're trying to lose it to left corner. Try to get a little bit lower by getting a higher initial hit on the ball in the 50 on kickoff. The possession here is not bad. It's good that you don't throw it away, and I like how you extend and cut in here for your teammate, who's obviously not going to catch up to this. Coming into the ground pinch, an opportunity for the dribble. It's not a terrible thing, but you don't really have full control of this. Like, you're not giving up possession, but you're not really getting control for a pass or play over spaceman either. Almost recommend, instead of boosting through the ball and on top of it, to come below it and allow yourself to at least get a low 50 of spaceman that's controlling the way you want, or allowing you to turn around, or turn into the ball, engaging the opportunity for a chip. So, like, if you landed behind it and weren't accelerating that fast, you could land behind and then turn in and engage it here to pass in the midfield for an open midfield, right, where your teammate could be. If they're not there, then you can just continue to solo play and wrap it around. Or in the same, you could also go up the wall with it and then pull out spaceman, buying time for a teammate to rotate in, and then pass to him at the end of it, right? But just having an opportunity here where you're basically only dribbling it forward to get a little ground pinch /50. You don't have much control of the opportunity there, and so it's not as efficient, or it's not as effective as if you had more control. The setup overall is not a terrible thing for just double taps in general, but you need to make sure you prioritize where you're aiming this first hit. So, like, you're hitting this where you just saw an opponent recovering into the sidewall. If you don't bang it at least behind him at mid boost, then this is going to end up getting intercepted down to 10 times. I even recommend that, since it's so open in the midfield here, that you chip it high in the midfield so you can line up, double jump aerial, and then make your solo play starting from there, rather than playing against the sidewall for a double tap. You're not really passing anyone either, because you literally jumped with the hit, so you weren't planning to pass anybody. You're planning to double tap this. Double tapping on the sidewall here is kind of just useless. I just wouldn't do it. I did like your rotation to back post, though, and the way you push through net. Really good line on the defense there, and it's overall really effective. Come back through, 50, so on. Other guy. Bang. Make sure you identify your extension here. The guy just took a challenge on this left side. He might be rotating behind you, but he also might be turning up. In this case, he is rotating behind you. But just a little flick over to your camera to see where he's going, and then going back in to turn in now, right? It would just guarantee that you know that there's someone behind you to defend the net in case this fails. Go up the sidewall. You're in comms with him? Oh, you're in comms with him, actually. If he called third, then you're fine. I'm okay with that if he's in comms with you. In your drop, like someone else in the team too, but mostly me. Okay, cool. Yeah, so in this case there, if I see anything that's like an obvious rotational issue for the team, then, because I just read the thing, I'll do a team breakdown, but for the most part I'm focusing on you. Oh, actually, in the beginning then, on your initial breakthrough, right here, if we have a guy breaking through for free, we should have the A-Pants here, our near side second, pushing up with him more aggressively. We should have someone in the midfield here so he can wind up and get that pass in the midfield. Someone needs to be supporting this play, because right now we had a lot of possession. We should turn this into a lot of pressure, right, and get an opportunity to shoot. But if we're isolated, then this guy turning in is going to get there at the same time it takes for us to get there. And now we're not even really pressuring anything. We're just giving up possession, right? Make sure second man's there to support the play, because if it fails, the guy that's in net, like this third man position, is not terrible. Like, it'd be better if he pushed from outside post lines and then wrapped down diamond to push up the outside here. But, like, at the same time, he's still able to defend most of the shots on net. If they happen, you don't have to worry about it. He'll get there before you do ever. Back up to the front. Rotate out. Face in. Put a lot of trust in that. You just keep pressure. This is fine. Almost can get possession. Mechanically, you're getting to the ball in time and you're getting hits, but you're not really planning your hits very well. So, like, in this situation here, you cut in early because it's basically a 2v1. So if your teammate gets a dunk, you want to clean up the free goals. So this is a risk play, or like a high risk play, but it's not that risky considering they don't really have a shot on your net or a great save or a great pass. So this isn't too bad. I'm okay with you stepping in here as last man back and adding risk. And then when you end up going for this touch, you have to make sure that you get an opportunity that makes sense here. You have to get this behind the opponent. You have to get some sort of solo play that leads to your own possession. There's a lot of things that overall come down to it. You're going to want to go ahead and make sure you get a second touch on this. And that might be as simple as, like, you know, pulling back a little bit more so you catch it with your tire and it comes down the wall with you as you land and come down the wall. Or it might be where you're hitting it up the wall so it rolls back down while you land on the wall and drive up to it. There's a lot of options you can overall have here. You can even wind up and just let this guy hit it because you have a guy rotating back, fake and shadow, bring yourself back around. Or in the same way, you know, this guy might have just just be really awkward. You might just catch it, go up the wall for a solo play, or wrap back into it and just shoot it direct, right? There's a wide range of options that could be plausible here. The main thing is that you need to make sure you plan this hit better, so that way you end up getting possession rather than just hitting it to where you can't follow it up and then just letting their guy rotate into it for a free touch. You could have shot this on net and really pressured him. He had no panic here. He had a free clear. If the opponent had a stronger extension here, spaceman landing, right? He sees the free hit, but he turns back towards the boost for no reason. He just stepped up, bang, right? Look at all this pressure he puts on Gen here, right? You can just chip it right over. Anyway, next Gen. On your turn in for here's third. Stay confident here. This guy doesn't have a great clear. So you have a great job coming all the way out here. This is a good position overall situation, right? You're coming out pretty deep, giving yourself a lot of space to react, but just continue to coast, then drive in during his hit, boost, in, up, engage, right? You want to be hitting the ball right about now. If he bangs it harder, you started a little bit slower, so you're a little bit farther back, but you have to build momentum during the hit. You don't want to be slowing yourself down. That's going to be a huge counterattack opportunity here as third. Overall, the positions aren't too bad, though. You cut in here, which is really good. Third man should be up. Almost. Really slow. Again, with like the similar thing I was talking about with next gen. If you're out to third here, Pants, and you should have identified third here. So come out wider, then turn in preemptively for this guy, face in, boom, speed coming in, up, engage, right? You want to be onto this faster. And you want to be coming in from a space that's going to be a counterattack motion, right? So you want to be putting yourself on the left side here so you can be pushing it towards the net at the end of the day. If you start at the right side, there's really almost no chance to hit this to the right side. And so if you start with the right side, you're going to be hitting against the left wall, which is basically what ends up happening, right? You're hitting against the left wall. You're pushing it into the wall. This guy dusts you, and now you're useless anyway. But you want to be available so you can be facing in, quick to the overall push, and then also pushing on net. So when you come out here, out, face in, build momentum now, then up, and then shoot it. That's possibly a free shot on net. Stippy comes through. Same kind of thing with you here, Stippy, right? The second that this is out of your range and Pants is going for it, you can kind of go, you can chill, like not flip and whatnot, but I'd burn a little bit of boost on your way out. Get yourself moving in case Spaceman ends up hitting it, redirects it for Inaz or whatever, or redirects it towards your net. You want to be ahead of this play. That's the biggest thing. You want to be ahead of the worst case scenario because this guy right here is pushing in as the first man. Here's your extension on the field. And so you want to make sure you get yourself back into the defensive third, right? Focusing on defense and making sure that you're covering our worst case scenario. If you're not doing that, then it's going to end up being pretty sloppy overall for your team here. Throws around. You step in and chase this ball. If you're a little bit farther back, you can still basically do the same thing. And I might even make it easier because you can turn in more direct towards it rather than just driving around aimlessly at U-turns. But in the same way, it would have been pretty much similar. And if they shot towards your net, you'd have been better defensively handled it. Push to midfield here. This is fine. Don't preemptively turn out here. So when you're second man here, right, you trust your third man's behind you. And the way you guys are overall playing right now, you're not playing the best positions, but you are aware of each other and you are playing positions that aren't your teammates. So I imagine, and we might end up getting pretty wrong here, but I think your Pants friend, Pants, is on his way out. Nope, he's wrong. I'm completely wrong. This guy's way overstepped. Pants, look. You stepped into second here. Honestly, this could be very well Stippy's fall as well. Someone needs to call second here. The second you see Stippy show up, though, you need to start getting yourself back out to third and rotating. Get yourself behind the play. So if they bang it, you're covering it, and then we have Stippy commit, right? But the biggest thing here is that you guys need to call this. This is a bad calming situation. Someone didn't call second. Someone didn't call midfield. If a Pants called midfield, then Stippy, you're deaf, and you need to sit back here and wait. Let this man clear to you. Boom, it whiffs. Now Pants can commit the whole way through, because the biggest thing right now is our second man can't be pre-turning out of this. Our second man's got to be facing this down, ready to go. Whiff, cool, free ball for me. I take it. No chance for a 50. No chance. We don't want to take 50s like this. We want to get that free ball. If they clear this over your head, we need to make sure that your third man's there. So if it clears over your head while you're waiting for it to drop, right, it ends up going to your third. Your third man's got the save, right? You guys need to make sure you play those positions in the same way. If you're second man, don't bail here. Trust your third. I know your third wasn't in position this time, but you're playing as a team. You'll fix it. Can't have everyone going for the same ball. Then you just double commit. Careful about drift turning and whatnot to go to net and rotation. If you want to rotate to net, or you're going to back post in general, you should always try to get yourself a little bit wider of a line so you can wrap in with a good motion line, heading yourself parallel with our goal lines. Anyway, parallel with our goal line. And then we can end up pushing through the net to get a save rather than in the net, right? Or up the backboard, down, and so on. Because that's what slows you down, is you went too aggressive on your line. And then you drift turn. And that drift turn drops all momentum. There's no more momentum when you drift turn. So if they bang it to this corner and you got to go from a dead stop all the way in because you drift turned, it's going to be really slow in the beginning of this. But if you take a wide line, and then if you have to turn early because you see a shot coming in, right? That momentum you carry through will get you here faster, because you're constantly moving. You don't stop in this motion. That's why this wide line can be really effective. In the same way as a team, you were near side here. Now, you're first to come back to third. You just want to bail right here. A pants is stuck upfield. You need to bail. Boost out. Come out wide to start, right? Turn in, so you're pushing through the net. Intact, up, save, right? You can easily get the save. You have the right idea to go back post, but you need to clean up that rotation line. You can't be flipping. You can't be getting stumbled on the post. It's not going to help out. All right, huge thing is third here. If there's no boost there on the corner, I mean, you still have to defend the net because, you know, next gen's going up, but just turn off your ball cam real quick. Identify pads here. 12. 12. Turn in. 12 out diamond. Face in. 12. That's 48 plus 12 you had. That's 60, right? You can write for Gleavy's hit. Boom. 60 in. 72. Up. Right? Or you can burn some boost, hit it against the sidewall. Side boost might spawn for you in the same way. You'd have 72 boost to keep the pressure. And if the opponents, the big is if the opponents had a really strong extension here, Inaz, right? Bang, Inaz starts to turn in. Boom, here's Gleavy. Gleavy comes in. Boom, up. If you're not intercepting it right here, you're too slow, basically, right? Because you can go up and shoot this. If you're defending the net, that's also fine because your teammates can always buy you that space and you can do it. But if you want to keep, you know, that short-term pressure, you need to be more aggressive. But in the same way, you should be at least be collecting pads. That's the biggest focus, right? So you should be going 12, right? Come across. Oh, no, not here. That's right. That's a full turnaround. It starts back here, right? So coming here, 12. They're kind of awkward. Come around, 12. 12. Face in, right? I mean, really, like, you can really just intercept it. But if you want to stay back because you felt really awkward, you know, you'd be collecting your 12 around. And then you're coming back around this way. Then you come back around 12. The extension takes that shot, right? And so you're here in front of the net. You save it. It's all good. But you have boost. Look at your boost right now. 0. You could easily have 60 boost right now if you just focused on your pads and went across that center line when it was safe, and then focused on defending the net when it was dangerous, right? They didn't have a shot on your net until like 5 seconds later when you just started to cross your net. And you didn't collect pads in that time. Oh, big boost. Wrap back around. Face, clear. You're in. Nice. Ouch. Bad touch. Some of your first touches are decent, a lot of these are bad though. You definitely need to work on these first touches. Focus on your intention. In the same way when you're winding up for a big hit like this as third, really try to focus on where do I want to hit this? What's the location I want to get this to? And then do your best to widen your car, or like if say you want to hit to the right, you widen your car to make sure you're facing that point at the time you're contacting the ball. You want to aim for that, right? Try to visualize where you want to put the ball. Your first touches are always feel like they're going to random locations. You know, you're just hitting it because you need to hit it because it's your job, which is true. But you have a lot of space there in a lot of these plays to figure out where you need to touch this ball to. A lot of time to think about it, and you're kind of just hitting it to hit it. Not very well controlled. Again, what I'm saying about, like, you know, posts and whatnot, right? If this goes crosses, you're trusting your third man jump for this because you didn't jump off for this to chase it. You trusted your third to get it. Stay on the ground. Wrap yourself around a little bit. Push him from back punch to the ground here. And now Spaceman was a better third. So let's say they had a better third. So this guy comes all the way out. It goes the same deepness that you guys are going, like back here. Faces in. This guy comes in for the hit. That's the pants. He's up. Boom, right? Look how awkward you are right now. If you put this on the left side of the field or at net, left side of the field for Gleavy to turn and shoot, or at the net, you're pre-landing over here facing this way. You're chasing in for nothing, right? You're also basically just flipping into double position with your second man right there, and now you're just cutting him off. It's like, it's one thing, if you called third, I can't get too angry at you for going into second here, but in the same way as it's like, it's just inefficient. He could have easily driven up here, collected 2 pads, been here just the same to get nothing, basically. Forces him, and you would have 100 boost ready to go in right now. Up, shot, right? You'd have guaranteed that 100 boost the whole way through if we just change those positions. And it's like that 100 boost because he wouldn't have to worry about pads. You just wait for the 50, bang, up, shot, goal. You know what I mean? But he's panicking because, like, look at the boost difference. It's next gen. 61. You'd have 100 from farther back. He had to collect those 12 pads to get that 61, right? You'd have guaranteed the hundo. He could have made that force with 61 boost, and it would have been a lot more effective for the team. Okay. Good try on the recovery. A little awkward. Okay. A pants and you not calming. No one's calling that they're catching it or that they got it. A pants didn't call that he's taking it over. Some really bad comms going on there for sure. Side, drop, in and goal. Well, unfortunate. You did your best to force it. In your team situation here, next gen, just make sure you're covering the net first. Shot, up, save, right? You're trying too hard to step out in the midfield for the pass. That's not your job. Your job is worst case scenario for the failure, right? You're covering the failure. If that ball gets hit in the midfield, your second man's got it. It's just not your job. You're literally just going to double commit by doing that. All right, when you're coming back this way right now, right? Are you bailing to third or are you trying to go midfield? Because it looks like you're bailing to third, right? That's what it looks like to me. Commit to third. Don't soft turn out to where you're almost going upfield. You should be going back to net no matter what. And then you're facing for spaceman, and then next gen here can turn into midfield and take the free clear if it comes in. If it goes past him, then you would already be pushing up and you'd be clearing it right now on their net easily, rather than coming a little bit late and being a little bit awkward, right? The same way you could have still gotten the same clear from what you did, but you should have been defaulted to third way earlier. There's no reason for you to wait that long. In the same way here's extension, right? You're already upfield. Your teammate's got a free save. Why are you boosting back so far now and like committing for his hit to go behind him when he's about to clear it up to you? You should be coasting at this full boost, turning in and taking over, right? Maybe passing it across to next gen right here because next gen's just made an interaction. You can pass to him, you can go upfield, get the side boost, he'd have full possession while you then go into second man. He can pass back to you. You can like there's so many plays here, so many things. You guys are just skipping positions. You're not utilizing the best of what you got. You're trying too hard to like individually solo queue these games as if you guys are just mechanical monkeys, but you're not even mechanical. I haven't seen anybody show anything mechanical here. You're literally just monkeys. Same thing with here. Like, your teammate could get flicked here, and with how aggressive you are, because you're going, banana, you know, and you're chasing into this ball, he's just going to flick both of you. If he flicks this left side of net, you know, that's just really awkward for you. That's a hard vertical. But if you're at back post, you're just waiting. You're covering the defensive option, the challenge, the shot, whatever it turns into, right? You're covering it. And if it bounces high on this wall, with you being this aggressive, this is super awkward. You have to trust Pants, but Pants is low boost and awkward. If you stayed at back post, you could have just jumped up vertical and saved it, right? You're not playing anything different than Next Gen is doing. You're just being a later challenge. You're basically getting ready to double commit. And you're double positioning, right? You're double positioning, and by double positioning, you basically put yourself on a spot where if Next Gen's play fails, you fail too. You're adding failure to his play. If it succeeds, you don't even have the boost or capability to go for this. Like, why are you burning so much boost to show up to nothing? Just wait. Just wait. You have 36 here. Go slow. Don't boost. You can have 48 at back post. That was a really bad hit. Yeah, again, first touches, man. Work on your training pack. Simple bounces. Where the hell? Nix, where are you driving to? Who's passing to you here? Who's passing to you? Where are you going? Who's passing to you? My guy, look over your point of view. Yeah, I get it. There's no boost, but like, who's passing to you? They're shooting on your net, my guy. You're literally a monkey. Banana. Banana. Stop it. No more. Stop it. Dasher still on the way? Bruh. So you got a bacon or some shit, as you said? When he's bacon here is honestly just kind of like a... It's a fair price burger, man. It's just solid. It's not like it's solid fast food. It's not like restaurant level solid, but solid fast food for sure. Back post. Good job waiting this time. Look at the free ball. It's still free. It's still free. Again, with the first touch, you're like, objective. That one, you might have been getting 50'd, or it looks like you might have been getting 50'd. I'm not going to stress that one too much for you overall. Like, that one's a little tough. But in the situation where it's at, like, you could still get a better touch there, a better first touch. Nice. Okay. really aggressive to start here for no reason, right? You're basically playing the same position Nick's. But if you just start right here, right, where you're covering an opposite position for his failure in case it goes over his head, and then boost in speed, you'll still get the goal probably. You might not get it every single time in this situation, but if you played a safer third for the entirety of the game, you wouldn't have given up 2 free goals as well. So, I mean, you know, like, it'll do nothing but pay out. Because so far you've given up 2 goals to get 1 extra goal as third man being that aggressive. You know what I mean? Like, the first goal you guys got wasn't even like a third man being aggressive. They just, like, I don't know, I can't remember what it was, but you guys definitely used third man to get it. Like, for an aggressive third man, that is. And then on the other side of it, you know, it's like, it's the 1 goal that you just got right there that was from an aggressive third man. You literally gave up 2 goals because your guys' third mans were bad, you know? So it's like, what was even the point in that? You guys dropped 2 to gain 1. That's not a good trade. You didn't even go even. Unless this next goal is literally from that, you're barely pulling even. But even then, like, you still would have gained the first goal, and you would have given up nothing if you just played a safer third man, which means you go positive. Nice. Okay. Nice. That was a good first touch. Good shot. I mean, good pass, but either way. A little too high for your teammate, but power like that's really good in that situation. Just a little bit lower, and that would have been really, really strong. Good bump here. Nice. Good job continuing the bump. No, you can't get ahead of him. Oh, your teammate went for monkey on the boost, too. That should have been a goal. Alright. A pants here. Pre-flips out, understandable. Wants to go for this corner boost, not understandable. If you want to go out to third, put yourself back post line so when Nick's Gen forces this, you'd be facing into it. Right? He forces it in, up, direct engagement, shot. You know, clear. Save it. Right? In the same way, you can also come in earlier and engage it right here. Right? And get it before it ever happens and guarantee that counter clear, however you want to do it. But you guys need to make sure you put yourself back post, right? A wider line to start so you can always face into the play. It's really important. No boot. Yeah, I'm just amazed you didn't get scored on there. Spaceman overstep. You're stuck. Collect your 12s. You got to third here randomly. You should have just gone third to begin with if you didn't want to push into upfield. And literally, like, you didn't use any second man or third man here. This goal is literally just a pants getting a breakthrough and popping off for a second. You guys could have given up 2 less goals this game and lost 1 extra goal, you know, that you got, and the game would have been 2-0. 2-0. That's a lot more impressive than 3-2 OT.